Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and today I'm foraging for Dwarf Tamarillo in the barrancos or valleys in the outskirts of the town of Puerto de la Cruz in Tenerife. Well, in this very valley here, last year, I found the bush of the Dwarf Tamarillo, but back then I didn't know what it is. I could recognize that it's in the nightshade family, but yeah, nightshade. The first thing that comes to mind is the deadly nightshade. So I didn't dare to eat too much. I tried it tasted right, but I didn't know what it was. But I noticed that there are more shrubs in the valley. So now 1 year later, when I know that the Dwarf Tamarillo is actually a valuable fruit shrub, I'm back here to stuff my face with those things. Well, as you can see, we are here in a residential area, but a residential area that's only partially developed. But a lot of runoff from parks and private gardens. Here, still the remnants of the winter floods. And of course a lot of seeds, not only from wild plants, but also from cultivated plants are being flushed down. Here's some capucine cress. Over there should be somewhere a couple angel hair gourds. And here, one nice Dwarf Tamarillo. As you can probably guess, it's not native to the island of Tenerife. This one comes from South America, from the eastern slopes of the Andes, like Bolivia and Argentina. But it is being cultivated in many subtropical places for its edible fruit. And what stuns me most about this plant, it smells of tarap. It smells of this crazy huge Borneo jungle fruit, which is not even closely related. But it smells of tarap. Not so much the fruit, but the leaves. Yeah, the leaves emit a strong smell of tarap. The fruit are quite small, much smaller than Tamarillo, but about the size of small Fusales fruit. But to be honest, I mean, we do cultivate Fusales where the fruit grows separately in ones. And here we have the fruit growing in clusters of 5, of 10, of 20. So even the small size, well, it might discourage us a little bit when compared to the real Tamarillo, but basically compared to other Solanaceae we cultivate, it's not too bad. Mostly sweet, but also bitter. With some Solanaceae flavor. Strange. This thing is being cultivated as a fruit shrub, but with this slightly bitter taste, I don't know, this is a bit of a deterrent. Let's try this other one here. Nice big shrub, so big that it's being sometimes, damaged by the floods. Yeah, it's in the same section of the giant genus Solanum as the real Tamarillo. That's why it's also called Siphomander abutiloides, not just Solanum abutiloides. The real Tamarillo, the big Tamarillo, is called Siphomander betacea or Solanum betaceum. This one is in the same section. The flavor is of a tomato. And this one is also less bitter, maybe it's more ripe. A lot of Solanaceae fruit are actually very toxic as long as they are not completely ripe. And I don't know, maybe the difference between ripe and perfectly ripe, in this case, is the difference between traces of bitterness and no bitterness. This one, basically no bitterness. The leaves with tarap flavor, the fruit with tomato flavor. Yeah, those here are good enough, folks. Those here are definitely good enough to harvest. Yeah. No bitterness in this one. Really good. I don't like the fact that the fruit are hairy, like many other Solanaceae fruit. But apart from that, they are sweet. They have a slight tomato flavor, but not as strong as tomatoes. They grow in big bunches on a shrub that's easily cultivated, otherwise there wouldn't be, look at that, there is more, there wouldn't be such a big feral population. Good stuff, folks. This was a good discovery last year, and it was a good decision to come back this year. Well, let's see now. We tried one which was bitter, one which was not bitter. Let's try a third one. Let's try this one. Nope, no bitterness. Here an almost ripe fruit. There are still traces of green. Nope. So the one over there, 20 meters away, for some reason had slightly bitter fruit. If I had known only that one, I would have said, why is this thing even cultivated? But those other shrubs here, they have good and tasty fruit, folks. I definitely approve of eating this one. Well, could be a little bit tricky because it's kind of invasive, but as a nice fruit shrub, as a nice berry shrub, it's definitely got its merits. So folks, to properly stuff my face I need both hands, so I'm finishing this video and starting to harvest seriously. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and sometimes slightly crazy island of Tenerife, folks. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.